Jungkook had no idea that he had called Grandpa directly. This boy was faster than he thought, who was now standing in front of Grandpa with an innocent face. Cook, now I should not get any complaint, understand? He had spoken in a harsh tone. He remained silent in response. Very sharp pain in his head had started to arise. I hope you have now given Grandpa any chance to complain. After Grandpa left, they spoke while walking around him. Jungkook grabbed his waist in anger and pushed them on the bed. They had fallen on the bed with a thud. What is this behavior? They spoke angrily. This house, this room, is now yours because you're my wife. So be my wife now, dear wifey, he said in a tone while rolling up the sleeves of his shirt. What do you mean? And how did you make me fall like this? If you touch me now, I will scream and call everyone. They stood up from the bed and said, Seriously, dear wifey, it's okay. Let me see how louder you can scream. Jungkook took a step toward him and spoke in a cold tone. Seeing him coming closer, they quickly stepped back. Someone, save me, he's killing me. They had shouted very loudly, on which Jungkook stuck his finger in his ear. Dear wifey, this walls are soundproof, he had spoken in a very cold tone. Taehyung, who was shouting at the full volume, suddenly fell silent at the cold tone. Couldn't you have told me earlier? My throat started hurting from screaming. They angrily placed his hand on his waist and said, Why did you call Grandpa here? He came closer to Tae and said, So why did you throw me out of the room? You pushed me and insulted me. Did I say it quickly? No way. Taehyung is going to raise his voice. In his right. They raised his head with great pride and said, I have seen how much you can raise your voice. In your right. He was very angry. God, he will kill me by taunting me. Where did I get stuck? But don't worry, I will make you taste the pleasure too. Mr. John, he looked at his face carefully and muttered, Stop muttering in your mouth and go to the room, he said, moving toward Tae very angrily. This room is mine, Grandpa said, that no matter what happened, do not leave your room. They spoke with audacity, climbing into the bed, the mega, as he had just happened to give a face with a strange beauty. But Jungkook's eyes were on Taehyung's legs, which had jumped up and down and ruined the whole bedsheet. What? It's my room. I can do whatever I want. Jungkook moved toward him very angrily. Seeing him, Taehyung jumped off the bed, but Jungkook had already grabbed his shirt. Stop your childish act, Taehyung. Otherwise, no one will be worse than me. Taehyung, don't you understand what I'm saying? Leave the room and go to the next room. He pulled Taehyung toward him with a jerk and said in a very harsh tone, You're trying to say that I'm a stupid person whose father had bribed him to pass and become a doctor. They also spoke very angrily. Oh God, Grandpa, where have you trapped me? He muttered angrily while shaking his head. Taehyung smiled. By the way, I know why your first wives didn't stay with you. They must have run away, out of fear, right? They said mischievously, looking at his face. He spoke mischievously while looking at him, while Jungkook's face had turned anger. He had jerked his hand from Tae's shoulder and held him, immediately backed away. He had walked out of the reverse step. What had happened to him now? He made a very helpless face at the mention of his wife. Oh, poor Bunny. Maybe he missed them. They spoke with thoughtful eyes while looking at the closed door, which he had slammed very hard while leaving. Anyway, let it be. They got off the bed, went toward the bag, which you had left some time ago, which contains 3 or 4 dresses. Taehyung came out wearing a trouser and half-white shirt, wiping his face with a towel. Say anything, but the room of this oldie is amazing. 2 walls were made of glass, of which we can see the outside view, but not the inside. A big bed on which a white and blue sheets were spread. Beautiful blue silk curtains White paints were done in the walls. Everything in the room was blue and white. The furniture was also white. This room is like my dream. I will miss this room a lot after the divorce, they said while climbing on the bed. I'll just send a message to Hun. He grabbed his mobile and started typing a message to Hun. Hun, give me my bed tea in the morning. Otherwise, you know what I'll do with you. After typing the message, they placed the mobile on the side table and covered himself with a blanket. Sitting in the basement, Jungkook was going crazy with a headache. The red strings in his eyes were very clear. His hair, which was always set, was now shattered. Was my existence has no importance to anyone? Jungkook was grumbling in pain. Grandpa was smiling while sipping the tea. Are you very happy today? Grandma asked with a smile. Yeah, I am happy. God willing, my son will live a very good life one day. A smile appears on his face too. You should see, he said while looking at the wall in front of him. But Taehyung is very childish. How did he understand him? How did he give him status of his husband? Grandma spoke with a concern. Leave all that on me. I have made some decision in my son's life in a hurry and ruined his life. Now Taehyung and I have gone to improve his life. I will handle Taehyung. He's a very sweet boy. And most importantly, he's a pure heart. I want looking for someone like that for my Jungkook. Otherwise, marriage proposal won't be still. Come a lot for Jungkook. What is lacking in my son? He is one among of billions. Grandpa used to mention Jungkook with great love. In fact, he loved him more his own son. May Almighty make what you have thought come true, Grandma said, taking a sip of tea again, speaking in her heart. Hon, what are you doing in the kitchen? If you needed anything, you would have told me. Or to the maid. Jimin said in surprise while looking at him in the kitchen in the morning. I have always been making bed tea for my Hyun. He poured the tea into the glasses and spoke in a busy manner. Jimin smiled seeing this young boy. I will pour it in the cup and take it away and tell your Hyun that this tea was made by you. Jimin took the teapot from him and smiled and said while he smiled. Nuri, who was come in the kitchen, stopped there. Of this boy have driving me crazy. Why are you making me fall for him? She stared at the face and slowly crawled. Okay, take it. I will freshen up a bit. He turned around when he saw Nuri standing in front of him. Good morning. He said him with a light smile and left the kitchen. Nuri turned around and kept looking at his bag. Nuri, you hold this tray. I will hold the other tray. Jimin said looking at her. Okay, she said while holding the tray. Jimin kept looking at her face, which was covered in a red blush, while setting the second tray. What nonsense! What a mess you have made of my room in one night! Jungkook shouted as he came into the room in the morning, which had turned the room into a junkyard. The whole room was in. Blankets, pillow, cushions, clothes, towel were all over the floor. The boy himself was curled up in his leg, his arms were crossed over his chest, and he was sleeping peacefully.